Hey everyone, welcome to the B-Side Breakdown. My name is Brett Johnson and I'm your host. This is episode 33 of a podcast where I talk with other artists, musicians, and songwriters about a song they've written that is meaningful to them, that they want to chat about, and hopefully we can get deep into the why behind it. First though, they need to give me permission to play the song in its entirety for you, the listener, so you can hear it in advance of our discussion so you have some idea of what we're talking about. Today I'm going to be talking with Seth Robinson from the band Nowhere Fast about their song Buffalo. So let's get into it. Here is Buffalo by Nowhere Fast. All right, and that was the song Buffalo by the band Nowhere Fast. We're going to take a quick break and come back and talk with Seth Robinson about the song, so stay with us. All right, and we're back. Let's bring in Seth to talk about the song Buffalo, the band Nowhere Fast, and everything else that they're up to. Seth, thank you so much for taking some time today to talk with me about the song.
Hey, no problem. No problem at all. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. One of my favorite parts about doing this podcast is that I don't necessarily know all the artists that I'm going to be listening to and talking with. So it's super fun for me to hear your song, the one that you want to talk about for the first time, just like I did with Buffalo, and knowing that the listeners are going to kind of have that similar experience, as a lot of them may or may not have heard it. And it's, I just got to say, I really love it. It hit me in such a cool way. There's so much texture and so much depth going on in it, and I love the production of it. Made me start sort of furiously looking you guys up to find out where are these guys from and what are they doing. And I know Louisville, Kentucky, and some other things, but I'll just kind of leave it up to you to tell me about the song Buffalo specifically. Why did Nowhere Fast want to talk about that today, or you specifically?
I would say that's more like we do love this song. It's one of our favorites to play live. It's off our new record, Modern Archaic. But Peter, mutual friend, he's the one that wanted this song. He texted me about this song when he checked out the record, and a few people did that with this song. So, and the funny thing is, it's one of those songs that I was just messing with textures and a couple of chords in the studio one night. I like just kind of like a warm up thing, and we wrote it fairly quickly. I mean, we didn't write it in like 5 minutes. It's not one of those things, but I don't know, probably about a week. We were already like the structure was there, and just kind of one of those songs that it just filled itself out. If that makes any sense.
Sure does.
It took the grip, it took the wheel, and we were just like, okay, all right, this way.
No, that's cool. So, yeah, I really like it, and I see this the line. It seems today that people's dreams are dying from the rust in our daily feast. Tell me about that. What is that? What's your interpretation of that? What does that mean?
That's definitely from too much news. And the pandemic, and I've learned to give myself a little break from, making sure I'm getting the news I need to get and all that. But
Sure.
We are seriously, I think, between media, and any kind of media, not just news, but we're just fed a lot of crap.
Yeah.
These days, and I think a lot of people hang on to said stuff that it just doesn't mean anything half the time. It's like, you might be worried about this serious topic, but you're worried about a minute issue inside the serious topic instead of like figuring out how to fix the whole thing as a whole. Or you're worried about the most smallest thing in your daily life that it should never be a worry. And I'm not saying that that's not me. Like we all get caught up in that sometimes, and it just a lot of time to think and walk while the world was shut down.
Yeah, right. Got it. No, I hear that. I hear that completely. That very much resonates with me and my current experience with consuming news and things, and it's very challenging, and I get overloaded really quickly.
Right.
With the why Buffalo? Why is it called Buffalo? Is there
Because I feel like for one, buffalo is one of my favorite animals.
Yep.
But they're outside of their beauty to me. They've been nearly almost extinct, and we've kind of brought them back, and they're just a species that seems to keep kind of pushing on, and it was kind of a turn on the human species as
Yeah.
wade ourselves through not just the Earth's changes, but the
Right.
things we cause to it and the things that human beings can't seem to get, and without getting too political or too hippie. It's just like there's things that humans could do to better our situations, and we don't.
Right.
And I feel like, calling the song Buffalo, it's like yeah, we're a lot of similarities there.
Yeah. Nope, that makes perfect sense too. And I like the context of that a lot in that comparison. So where is so y'all the band is from Louisville, Kentucky, correct?
hmm
Okay.
We are.
And how long have y'all been a band?
Oh, Nowhere, with its lineup changes, has been a band for, oh man, 16 years,
Got it.
17 years, something like that. Like a real band, I'd say. Like, um, we put out like our first like proper release in '06.
Sure.
Obviously, we've all had side bands, and the current lineup's been together for about almost 5 years.
Okay.
And the keyboard player and I have been together since the last album. So,
Got it. And how many okay, so this current lineup has put out one record together, but you and the keyboard put out the previous record as well?
yes,
Okay.
yes, with a different rhythm section. But yes, this lineup, we put out an LP, and we've put out some covers and a B-side, and we're this lineup kind of keeps we just keep trucking. Honestly, we like writing together. We like playing together.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So where then did you, when you say you go to the studio, what studio is that? Is that your studio in a practice space or some other building that you guys manage and own and run? Or is it, what are you referring to when you're talking about that? And do you just mean like your rehearsal spot or do you also record there?
We mean both. So our rehearsal spot is a studio for us that we do demo and kind of do all the grunt work, I
Yep.
guess, for songs, and then we will go to actual studios. I don't think I would survive. We'll put out our own stuff, like some of the covers we did ourselves, and then just
Sure.
send it off to a buddy to mix and master. But I don't think me nor the guys would survive trying to put out our own LP. I think it would
Yeah.
just be the Chinese democracy.
Right.
and
Yeah.
might come out sounding like a really bad Queen record or something. But we just we did record at home in Louisville with this time around with Dave Chael over at Deadbird Studios. Pretty much just one of the best in the city to record with, and Chael likes to push. If he takes a project on, and he's invested in it, like he definitely pushed us. He saw that there was a few different moods, like with each of our styles. Like I bring in the body of songs, but everybody's got their like icing on it.
Yep.
And which I think is the best way to make a record, honestly. But Chell sees that, and he can kind of break that down for us this time around, and it really gave us a record that we are proud of for sure. But it has a lot of textures, on this one. It's not a straightforward power pop record. It's not a straight punk rock record either.
Sure. No, that's great. And this record, Modern Archaic, came out. When did it come out? November?
Yeah, just this November.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's not the best time to release, but
Yeah.
we were just ready. This
Sure.
this is the record that broke our brain. Like like just we hung on some things too long, and we did do shows and touring in between it, but like we just every band has a record, or every we all get a record that we hang on to. Like it's like, this is your lesson. You want to learn this, you're gonna do it right before we say before this. This is the song. I talk as if the songs have like their own voice. Like
Sure.
before you put us out, you're gonna make sure it's done right.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, that's fine.
No, that's
But
cool.
it's a good learning process for sure.
Got it. So then what, with this coming out this past November, where do you all tour? How often do you tour? Where do you play? Or have you done touring to support this record yet? Or is there something in the works or what's happening there?
No, we haven't done a lot of touring to support this record yet because it just came out in November. Now, we did have a lot of these songs out on the road with us the last few years. Like half the set's been new songs, if not more.
Got it.
I'm a firm believer of just, I think once you take the songs out on the road is where they really start to get their feels, you know, or especially for the ones that are going to stick around, some that might go on the shelf for a little break and you bring down when you're like, oh, we haven't played that in a while. Let's do this one, you know?
Yep.
So yes, but we do have plans to tour. I'm booking some shows, and we just did get announced at Midwest Friends Fest in May. There's some other festivals, and you know, we're about to announce like some Nashville, Chicago, Indy, St. Louis, working on Philly in the Northeast right now.
Cool.
So we're going to be releasing a lot of dates.
No,
So
that's great. That's great. Do you ever
doing
make
what
it
we
down?
can for a band our size.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Do you make it down to Atlanta or Florida?
We're hoping to make it down to Florida this year for sure, for a certain fun time, hopefully.
Got it. Yeah,
And then which you know is the best time of year. And
it
then
is.
yeah, we do try to make it down to Atlanta. Like I'm working on Atlanta right now. I got some contacts and stuff from some mutual people that we kind of know, but we know they know their way around Atlanta.
Sure.
And we always have a good time in Atlanta, but we haven't been able to get down there in the last like couple years. That or Birmingham, really.
Got it.
We were in Birmingham 2 years ago, I think. And then we haven't been Southeast like since then. We were working on regional and Northeast and trying to figure out how to get feasibly get out west.
Sure.
We
Yeah.
haven't been out there in a while.
Yep.
But you know, getting out there, like you know, we have to, even if it's 5 shows, like 4 of those 5 shows have to work.
Exactly. No, I hear it. That's a stretch and a challenge for sure. Cool. Well, is there any more about the song or the recording process or how it came together or anything that you want to touch on with Buffalo specifically?
No, I mean, like writing that song, I can just say I did go a little effects heavy on certain things and just kind of layering palettes. And I'm old school, like I don't have like all the MIDI stuff, and I'm not saying I'm not ever gonna go that way.
Sure.
But it's just like, you know, sitting in the studio, like Nowhere's headquarters or where we're recording, and just my slew of pedals, Rob's slew of pedals, Dave's slew of pedals, and just, you know, really just making palettes and, you know, but still making sure that it can be played live.
Right.
You know, like
Yep.
I can, like being the, we do have a second guitar player every now and then, but it's mainly 90% of the time it's me just having to man both parts,
Got it.
and I gotta make sure I can
Pull it off.
yes while singing and
Right. Yeah.
whatnot, which is fine. I mean, that's part of the fun. But
Sure.
we just you know, the reverse delay in that song
Uh-huh.
with the tape delay is what just really got not the reverse delay. I'm sorry, diming in the tape delay. I got it from not a Strymon, but like the Dark Side Keeley, Dark Side of the Moon pedal they made.
Oh, okay.
The tape he had on it, like there's a certain setting on it that it just has this cool canon that it's almost like you're playing an old Atari game or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that's that swell that you hear, and it just I wrapped it around a digital swell and a bunch of reverb, and it just came out cool. And we kind of built the whole song around that, you know. And
Yeah.
and that's just the verse, and the chorus was just a riff I had for about a month, and just never knew what really to do with it, just kind of kept
Sure.
moving with it. And then we started working on the song, and we were like, hey, that that goes to E. That'll work.
Oh wow, yeah. No, that's so great. I haven't. Yeah, that just struck me. Sorry, that was really funny. That's so perfect. I don't know how many times, dude. It goes to E. Let's use that other riff. It's like, all right, let's try it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so funny. That's so perfect.
The fun part of songwriting.
That's so cool. Right on.
You gotta
That's
love
great.
it when it's easy, right?
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, I got this thing. Well, what key is it in? Well, it's D flat. Well, actually, so is this. Check it out. It's like, oh wow.
Right.
Okay, cool. Let's write the chorus. All right. Yeah. No, that's
I'll
really
give
fun.
you a little. So we are writing and recording. Like we want to release something, and not another LP right away, but we want to
Sure.
release some new songs and stuff. And on modern Archaic, like we obviously it's a very dramatic record, and it's got a lot of changes and a lot of parts,
Uh
which
huh.
is our bread and butter. But I on some of the new ones, I brought in like this Americana styled one, and then I brought in like this power pop one, and like this power pop one. It's all groove. I was like, this try the Heartbreakers effect, man, and just same notes, different vibe, bridge, chorus,
Yeah.
like short bridge, and we're all sitting here like in the first week, and this is after doing songs like Buffalo for the last record, and like two of the guys are like Rafa and Jim Bob are like, I feel like it needs more. And I was just like, hey, let's come back next week to
Yeah.
this song,
Yep.
and we'll just play it a bunch of times. Let's not add anything. Now we didn't add anything to it, thank God.
Sure.
But like going to do a power pop, so,
Yeah.
or just something groovy and friendly compared to like the record we've been playing, it does sink in your mind. You're like, we need to make this more dramatic.
Right.
Need, there needs to be more Floyd and less Descendants. It's like, I don't know.
Perfect.
Let's just
Yeah.
keep combining the both. We'll be fine.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Well, shouldn't we add this other? Wait, let's overcomplicate this thing. It's like, no. Hold on. I love that approach though that you had. That's so perfect. Yeah. How about let's just sit with it and come back next week and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
That's awesome.
I love writing songs like Buffalo
Yeah.
and a lot of the ones on this record, and we did that in two different veins on the last record and this record. But this record was just real awesome in that sense, and it's just I think sometimes you have to pull it back and not like we will get back on that road, but I feel like giving yourself songwriting challenges and giving yourself like you don't get stuck in a rut.
Yep.
Oh, and outside my my rut is BPMs because I like the feel good BPMs, and
Sure.
my it's always your drummer that will remind you they want to go faster or slower
Right.
sometimes.
Right.
So
No, that's cool. That's awesome. Well, let's do this. Let's take a quick break and then let's come back and find out more. I don't know, whatever you got coming up next. If you want to talk about any potential touring or anything you want to talk about, let's just check into that in a minute. Sound good?
yeah, cool, man.
All right, cool. All right, hang out, everybody. We'll be right back. Thanks. All right, and we're back with Seth from Nowhere Fast. Seth, so what else do you got coming up, or what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Yeah, I mean, I was like with the we are getting ready to release some dates. You can find anything like we use the URL just Nowhere Fast Music, even though we're Nowhere Fast, but I know it used to confuse people, but now they don't have to sift through Smith songs and
Right.
Eminem songs and Incubus songs and
True.
that It's a Fire movie that I never saw that always popped up when you were trying to search just Nowhere Fast. But
Right.
um, and we got some videos that were coming out. We do have some things in the works. We're gonna record the record live, the new one,
Oh, okay.
and just kind of release the songs over the year, you know,
Oh, that's cool.
just to have like a visual. we're trying to get better at our YouTube. We're a very small band. We have some fans, and we're fortunate for that. But
Yeah.
we still it's DIY in our camp. Like Hope and Rage, we're really happy to be with them. Peter and Lindsay have been really great to us and so far, and helping us out with a lot of stuff.
Yep.
So
No, that's cool. So how are you going to do that? The video part of that, that's super interesting to me. Is it like on some cinematic in whatever, or is it more live performance? Like you're filming a show in a venue of you doing all of it, or is it just in
it's
your
gonna be.
studio? Like how are you doing it?
I think we're gonna use a buddy's studio. He's got a really gorgeous live room, and just set up some props and circle us in, and we're just gonna do it live. And that way, we can, get the pedal steel in for the song Birmingham because none of us play pedal steel. We had a pedal steel buddy come in and play that,
Sure.
and then we'll have a buddy on second guitar and just get the whole 9 yards. And to do that, I think one of the things for us is doing like doing it live and giving people a sense of like, hey, we pride ourselves on being a live band,
Yep.
and it's one of our favorite things to do. We love making records, but there's still nothing like, yes, loading all the ridiculous gear and on stage and having fun with it.
Definitely. So then specifically, now I'm just curious, with the song Birmingham, when you play that live, do you have, or do you not play that live? I'm curious, like, do you have a pedal steel that plays with you, or do you just kind of skip that part? Or
No,
I imagine it's
we
pretty integral.
it is very integral in that song. And like when I do like some solo runs and stuff, I'll just do it with just me. And
Sure.
then if Jim Bob's with me on a solo run or whatever, it'll just be acoustic and keys.
Okay.
Yeah, when we film it, yeah, we want the pedal still there, and
Of course.
none of us play pedal still. Like, it's definitely, I think it's one of my bucket list instruments. I do want to sit down and actually learn. I've always wanted to do this,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean I'm going to be able to sing this song, do acoustic, and play pedal still.
I get that. I get that.
And plus, like Rhodey, the guy who played pedal still on there, like he's just, guys, he's amazing. Like, working with him on that song was just fun. It was great.
No, that's
Watching
cool.
somebody come in and play on your song, and granted, even if they are getting paid for it, like he got into it and he cared about the craft on it,
Oh, that's great.
and that makes a huge difference.
Definitely.
But yeah, for the filming, yes, pedal steel will be there.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. And then, like you said, the goal is just to kind of get that for every song on the record, and then just release those throughout 2025.
Yeah, we're gonna do the record. We're gonna do maybe a couple of older ones
Okay.
and maybe an unreleased one. Just debut a new song that way.
Cool.
We're just kind of doing what a lot of people are doing, just kind of feeling out the new times and how to market yourself
For
the
real.
best.
I mean, for
And
real, man.
yeah,
It's
and we're like,
challenging.
okay. And we are going to release like we're about to film a video for Ritual,
Okay.
and then we are going to film one for I think it's Organized Sound. I think that one is yeah. We're going to do one for that
Cool.
short, sweet one, and it's kind of climbed up the. It was like the sleeper song that we didn't see it climbing the
Sure.
way it did in the streams. So
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So then so anyone who wants to keep up with y'all on when these videos are coming out and what shows you got coming up and when the next tour is happening or whatever else you're working on, what's the best way for everybody to kind of keep, where are you doing your most updates? Is it Instagram? Is it on your Bandcamp page? Where would that be?
it's going to be Instagram is where we do a lot of our updates, and then big news drops will always still be on, which one will be coming up soon at nowherefastmusic.com.
Okay. Cool.
And if you use Linktree
I do.
slash nowherefastmusic,
Yep.
you'll find every social, show dates, a link to our merch page, all of it. all of it at Linktree. It's like just having a 24/7 electronic press kit.
That's great. And what is it again? Linktree, Nowhere Fast what?
Nowhere Fast Music.
Music, cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you see Nowhere Fast Music with us, that's us.
Got it. Cool.
It's always going to be us.
No, that's perfect. All right. Awesome. Well, I'll make sure to post up those links to Instagram, your Bandcamp, as well as your Linktree and your main URL, just to make sure people are going to the right spot. But yeah, man, Seth, thank you so much for taking the time again to talk with me about the song. I'm super into it. Can't wait to listen to the rest of the record and dig into your other stuff. Look forward to the updates throughout the year. Hope to see you in the Southeast, at some point coming up in 2025. And it's just been awesome having you on. So thanks so much for doing it.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Three Crows Club presents B-Side Breakdown. You called them bad times, but they was the best times. Really miss that friend of mine. Want to see him shine. No doubt about it.
All right, and that wraps up another episode of the B-Side Breakdown. I want to thank Seth Robinson for coming along to talk about the Nowhere Fast song Buffalo with me. I also want to thank Adam Coulong and Carrie Bozel for helping me put together the jingle you hear at the beginning and the end of this episode. In the background, you're listening to a ghost trilogy of songs from the Stoked Ghost EP by John Snodgrass. If you dig what you're hearing, please go back and listen to the previous episode because that's what it was all about. Up next, I have a really, really cool song called Wolves Sheep by the band Forbidden Seas, and I'll give you a taste of that after this. But, please subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for your ongoing and continued support, and, stay safe out there, and we'll catch up on the next one. All right, thanks.